Welcome to Eagles Weekly, your very own Benedictine sports highlight show. I'm your host, Terry Licht. Impressive. That's one word that describes Benedictine's performance against preseason conference favorites Concordia Chicago on their homecoming last Saturday. Benedictine won 47-41 and tallied almost 500 yards of total offense. They look to continue that against Aurora this Saturday. Pick up action in the first quarter. Preston Earl, deep down the right sideline to Mike Trombetta. That's a 44-yard gain, setting up Benedictine on the Aurora's 10-yard line. That sets up a little pitch out to John Borsellino, twisting and turning his way for the 3-yard touchdown. That gives Benedictine a 7-0 lead early in the first quarter. Aurora responds on their next two drives, giving themselves a 14-7 lead. Benedictine responds late in the second quarter. Borsellino cutting behind his big offensive line for the 9-yard touchdown. That ties the game up, 14 apiece, headed into halftime. Benedictine takes advantage of a Aurora miscue on an interception. Here, Eric Ritter capitalizing on that turnover, 22-yard touchdown run to give Benedictine a 21-14 lead. In the fourth quarter, Benedictine chews up 10 minutes and a 95 yards, scoring on a John Borsellino 20-yard touchdown run to give them a 28-14 lead and to end up winning this game 28-21.
We've played in 4 games like this where it came down to the wire, and we didn't want to make that one interesting. I mean, we got out there, I looked at my old line and everyone else out there. We're like, we're getting this done. We're going to eat up the clock. They're not going to stop us, and put it in.
We came up with the plays when we needed them, for sure. And it was a great win for us. But hey, hats off to the defense. They struggled a little bit, but we got the turnovers. And that's the difference.
Benedictine Volleyball taking on Dominican in the first set. Taylor Hoppy setting up Candace Capini early in the first set there for the kill. Later on, Benedictine down in the first set. Ball, Carazero finally finding Kayla Layden for the back row kill. Benedictine trying to come back down against Dominican in the first set. Here again, Dominican passing the ball, gets over to Benedictine. Carazero sets up Nicole Adams with the quick set. However, Dominican just too much for the Benedictine, winning 3-1. Benedictine's men's soccer team has had a rough go of it on the road, looking for a little home cooking as they came back to the Lyle Benedictine Sports Complex last Wednesday night against Wisconsin Lutheran. Benedictine's men's soccer team returning to action at the Benedictine Sports Complex after a long hiatus on the road. Picking up action early in the first half. Cesar Martinez with the corner kick. Frank Aguilera tries to put it in off the post. Robert Withington puts in the garbage, giving Benedictine a 1-0 lead in the first half. Pick it up in the second half about midway through. Alberto Mendez down the right side, crossing the ball. Jesse Ortiz finds the back of the net at about midway through the second half there. Benedictine's up 2-0, and that's the way the score would stay. Benedictine picks up a crucial win to put them back to 2-2 in conference.
It was an important win, and it kept us undefeated at home. It was very physical. I got a nosebleed, a couple of guys got injured. So we're looking forward to Saturday's game. Hopefully everyone's back, and hopefully we can get a win.
Women's soccer taking on Concordia Chicago last Tuesday at the Benedictine Sports Complex. Picking up action early in the first half. Megan Johnson with a shot on goal, misses. Gets back the ball, however, and finally puts it past the Concordia Chicago goalkeeper. That puts Benedictine up 1-0 early in the first half. After another goal to put Benedictine up 2-0 by Nikki Janji here late in the first half. Carly Madison from about 25 yards out on the free kick. Top shelf, giving Benedictine the 3-0 lead. Benedictine would end up winning 5-0. Eagle Invitational from Lyle Community Park. Here on the women's side, Sydney French pacing the women with a time of 25:40. Nora Becker following right behind her with a time of 26:35. The women would finish 10th on the day. The men starting off here would finish 9th on the day, paced by Danny Graham, who would finish with a time of 28:25, and Tyler Zachary right behind him with a time of 28:45. And that's been it for Eagles Weekly. Join us next time. I'm your host, Terry Licht.